Good morning, everybody. This is Nate from the Kraemer Life, and I am back from Portland, where I got to surprise my mom and visit my family for Mother's Day. I am at Mr. Wayne's house today. If you don't know who Mr. Wayne is yet, make sure you check out the original Homesteader video that I made where I introduced Mr. Wayne. Let's go see if we can find Mr. Wayne, figure out what's going on, and I guess we'll get started on the work.
I've got the disc on the tractor.
Yeah.
And you see where the fuel stuff has come up there.
Yeah.
I'd like to hit this over here good and then hit this again real quick. But if possible, I'd like to do that. And it would be also a way to introduce you to the tractor.
Oh, okay.
Because it'll be a great help to us on a lot of things out here.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being, I want to take that disc off and put the bush hog on.
Mm.
Because I can go, see that little clump of stuff? I don't think there's anything at all in there other than that blackberry briars, and I can run the bush hog just right through that and just grind it up, and maybe back in here a little bit and get rid of some of that.
All right, Mr. Wayne's going to show me how to use the tractor.
With it up,
Okay.
it's in those what they call working gears, reverse and forward.
Okay.
And reverse is only in the up one.
Okay.
Now, if you want a little more power, if you go down halfway and then go forward.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now that is the second gear. Faster, slower than the upward forward gear. Okay, there you go. Okay, now go straight back. Straight back.
Like that?
Did you go all the way? Well, if you want it in its lowest gear, that's where you go.
Okay.
Now, if you go all the way down, you're in 4 and 5, and those are 2 speed.
I see.
And I very seldom use 5. Sometimes I'll go down to 4 to travel a distance from one place to another, like one end of the place to another.
So when I'm forward like that at the top, then I'm
you're in the
number
lowest forward gear.
Yeah. So when you're putting it in neutral, and you know that because you're doing this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't. I see. You can't push it.
That's right.
Okay. So that's how you know you're in neutral. Got it. Okay. Understood.
Now you'll be working in number 2 here slightly. That's what I have been.
Okay.
You don't want to go too slow in stuff that's pretty dry, because it fluffs it up best if you got a little bit of speed.
Sure. Makes sense.
And so I doubt if you'll be needing to get down into the one opposite, number 4, which is your slowest working gear. So that'll be that much, and so you know how to get there, and it wouldn't hurt you to go through them again if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know what the starting is about right here.
Yep. Now, do we need to put it in choke or anything? Is that what this is?
Sometimes, yeah, that's choke. Sometimes when it's been running, you don't need to, and you flood it a little bit.
Yep.
So I usually try it first without
choking first.
And then if it didn't catch, I push it over, and then then you have to release it pretty quick.
Right after it starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and always double check your gear over there.
Okay.
You can't do that too often.
Right. Yep. You don't want it to run you over, right?
That's right. This wheel here is the one that would get you.
Yep.
Oh, the other thing is turning the switch on.
That's a good thing. And I think I saw this here.
Yeah. Just turn it back to you if you're sitting on the tractor.
Choke it?
Yeah, you might choke it a little. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna watch him observe once, and then I'm gonna do. Because there's so much in his head, it may be hard for him to verbalize what he's doing and for me to understand without watching him first. Okay. You need to raise your...
I'm doing these things in secret.
Okay.
Putting the cuts down.
Okay.
Finding the gear. Okay.
the earth is moist, one
Yeah.
of these will load up.
I wondered about that.
And it'll raise you up. That's the reason I didn't try to correct you on this one.
Okay.
Because the last cut it loaded up. And you can keep your hands from getting too close to the disc because you know you can bunk off the fingers.
Oh yeah.
So this way you can stay away, and then you can also give it what for, you know. Get rid of this stuff.
Out of gas. What Mr. Wayne wants to do is clear this area out of all of its brush because he wants to move these logs out of this area so it's a better usable space. What I'm going to do is take the weed whacker and come in here and weed whack this area, get all this brush out of here, and then we can see what we have to work with in order to move these logs. And do the same thing down here, weed whack using the trimmer mower here, and then earlier we used the tractor, used the blade on the back of the tractor to push some of this material off the ground to see what the area looked like. But we determined that we can probably use the trimmer mower faster and be more efficient than having to maneuver the tractor all around. Okay, as you can see, we have accomplished quite a bit in this area. We're still clearing it out the best we can. Mr. Wayne's using the mower trimmer. I'm going through with the chainsaw with some hand clippers, and we're getting as much of this area cleaned out as we can. All right, what we're going to do now is pile up the rest of the trimmings and the brush into the back of the truck, and I'm going to make a little bed that hopefully I can just lay these cuttings flat on the bed of the truck and then use them to pull the brush off when we have it all stacked up on top of the cuttings here. I should be able to pull the bottom ones.
Not going to scoot anymore. I think flipping is going to be the key right now.
Yep. We had a very successful day at Mr. Wayne's. It's always a pleasure, and exhausting to be over at his place helping him out. So everybody, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye. Give myself a treat. Oh, that's good. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Wayne. This is delicious.